here is why BJJ, traditional BJJ, and this new school leg lock heavy butt scooting jiu-jitsu is a bad idea. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad idea if you feel like just playing checkers or badminton or just a game that's fun and you get to work out a little bit, that's great. But it's not a martial art, because what does martial mean? War art. Jiu-jitsu is not something you would want to use in a war almost ever. Obviously, there's guns, that's a whole nother thing. But even if we're looking at two people fighting hand to hand, jiu-jitsu essentially is a worst case scenario, and the entire art is built off of that worst case scenario. It doesn't have strong methods of bringing people to the ground. Now we've incorporated some wrestling, so that makes a little bit of sense. But no one is taking striking seriously once you're down. Most people place themselves in a position where they can get their head obliterated by any Joe Blow idiot that knows how to throw an overhand. Why did you get into doing martial arts in the first place? I know I wanted to become effective at fighting. That's why I started grappling to begin with. We all thought it was kind of whack in the very beginning, right? I mean, I remember being in high school and watching these dudes in the wrestling class with their goofy spandex, just like hugging each other and like butt dragging each other and checking oils. And I was like, yo, that's super gay. And then once I started fighting, I was like, okay, well, I need to know this stuff, so maybe it's cool. But I learned how to do it so that I would be able to be competent in a combative situation. And that has been completely lost by this super soft generation of jiu-jitsu losers. You guys can't wrestle. You can't even enforce your art on somebody. If somebody, think about this, okay? You're walking down the street, maybe your name's Matthew Kwan, maybe it's not. You're walking down the street and you see this dude that looks hella sketchy. And you're like, oh, okay, I'm gonna make sure that I place myself in between this dude and my wife and kids, right? So he can't just come after you and go do whatever to your women, right? So you're walking and this guy starts approaching you and he's gonna mess with you, right? Like he's down to scrap for whatever reason. He's super sketchy, he's drugged out, he wants to like jack you or whatever the situation. And then you gotta do this. Yo, stay back, man, stay back. Don't mess with my family, like leave me alone. Oh, okay, let's go. Let's Delahiva. Oh, Ashy, I'm gonna break your ankle. Guy's gonna stomp on your head. He's gonna take one look at you on the ground in your butt scooty position, and he's gonna bang, soccer kick straight to the face. Why would you spend your entire life studying a martial art that doesn't even work for martial situations? It doesn't make any sense. I keep getting all this flack and hatred from the jiu-jitsu community and half the MMA community and all these martial artists like, oh, what are you talking about, primal combat? That's just jiu-jitsu. It's not. Half the stuff is illegal in jiu-jitsu. Do you know in jiu-jitsu, you're not allowed to even put your hand on the person's face? In IBJJF jiu-jitsu, you are not allowed to grab somebody's head with your hands. What's the easiest way to control the body? Everybody knows it. Control the head, you control the body. Well, what's the most dexterous part of your body that you have? Right? So why wouldn't it make sense to grab a guy's head and turn it the wrong way? And then he'll be like, oh, and he can't fight very well like that, right? Wouldn't that make sense? Why would you take that off the table? Every single jiu-jitsu competition, even like high level, as far as I know, maybe I'm wrong, correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but high level like ADCC, CJI, all these things, no two-handed attacks to the trachea. What? No two-handed attacks to the trachea. You're not allowed to like grab the throat and squeeze it. Why? Oh, because it's too brutal. You could hurt somebody. If they're trying to strangle me and they don't know how to fight, what are they gonna do? They're gonna do that. If I don't understand how to defend that, if I don't understand how to do it, I won't know how to defend it. If I don't understand how to defend it, then it's gonna actually work on me. What am I gonna do? Guys got me against the wall, and choking me like that, I'm gonna flying armbar him with my jiu-jitsu? And it's not that the move is not useful. A two-handed trachea attack, obviously it's useful. Know how you know? Because people that don't even know how to fight, they don't even study how to fight, they can do it. They can easily do it and choke somebody out. Obviously, because it happens in like 90% of the strangulations, that's how it happens. Unless the guy trains and then he does a rear naked choke, or he just watches a lot of UFC and it's a guillotine. We should understand how to perform in combative situations. So if you're at a gym like On Guard, BJJ, and Pitt Meadows, where all they do is scoot around on the ground, bro, what's gonna happen when the ground is concrete? Right? This guy started beaking me on Instagram and I challenged him to primal combat. He didn't really understand what that was. I told him, okay, well, we're gonna fight on concrete. Immediately, nope. His wife actually messaged me and begged me not to fight him. I'm not joking. I have screenshots. What's gonna happen if you gotta use it? And I'm not saying go out and like look for fights on the street and like look for people to scrap. No, dude. You train a martial art so you never have to use it. So you're able to put yourself in situations where it's never even on the table to get in a fight. But sometimes things happen. Shit pops off. And if that happens, and all you got is this, where are you going? Oh, the rules say you have to come towards me when I'm on the ground. The guy's gonna boot you in the head, step over your lifeless body, and then kidnap your kids and take off. And you're gonna be sitting there like, what have I been doing this whole time? What have I been so obsessed with this trash for? Maybe I should have learned how to wrestle. Maybe I should have actually learned how to strike. Maybe at least I should have addressed what happens if I'm on the ground on concrete and somebody is on top of me trying to punch me in the face. But maybe not. Maybe you're not even doing that for those reasons. Maybe you're just playing a game. And if that's the case, cool. But you probably shouldn't bark at pit bulls when you're a poodle. All right? So, Matt Kwan, stay off my Instagram. Stay out of the comments. Keep my name out of your mouth. And all you jiu-jitsu guys that just want to play the game, know your lane. Know your lane and stay in it. Don't come at real martial artists, because we really do this. We like to fight. That's why we're fighters. That's the end of my TED Talk. Thanks for listening.